Let's be honest, not much has changed over the centuries when it comes to weapon care technology. Ever since the Romans first slathered their swords and armour in olive oil, hoping to create a protective barrier between the metal and the elements, all oils have more or less done the same thing. Hi, my name's Julian and I'm here to tell you why we believe our product, Ferrum, represents a radical, world-first step forward in weapon care technology. So what's the problem with old-fashioned oils, and how is Ferrum different? Ferrum is a first-of-its-kind smart oil. Of course it cleans, lubricates and protects, but it does these things in an entirely new way that renders all other products as obsolete. Standard bore solvents are harsh chemicals. They etch away the fouling, leaving behind a highly poisonous cocktail of caustic and carcinogenic substances. These solvents are so corrosive that if you're not careful, they'll actually begin to eat their way into your barrel, not to mention your hands. That's why manufacturers always warn you not to leave them soaking for too long. Ferrum tackles the challenge of fouling in an entirely new and revolutionary way. It's been scientifically engineered from the ground up to have a smaller molecular structure than its competitors. This means that Ferrum doesn't actually rely on an ability to eat away the dirt. Instead, it seeps beneath it, passing between the layers of lead, copper and carbon and the metal of the gun itself. In this way, it actually lifts the dirt off in flakes, something you can see for yourself on the patches after you mop out your barrel. Cleaning with Ferrum is also incredibly easy, saving you time. Just a quick squirt down the barrel and a pass through with a tissue plug or patch is all it takes before revealing that even barrels that appear clean to the naked eye are actually far dirtier than you would have believed. Incidentally, Ferrum is such an efficient cleaner, it even cleans the dirt from your brushes and mops. As a lubricant, Ferrum also boasts unparalleled qualities that set it apart from the other old-fashioned offerings. You may well have experienced it for yourself when storing guns for longer periods. Traditional oils tend to dry out and deteriorate, turning into a greasy, waxy substance that has to be removed before you can shoot it again. The solution to this is to douse your gun in lots and lots of oil. The problem with this is that it slows the process, but inevitably leads to the same result, usually contaminating your gun cabinet at the same time. The other option is to use heavy greases to protect your rifles. We've all seen those old milsurp rifles that come covered in cosmoline. Ferrum eliminates these problems. Once lightly applied and wiped off, not only will your gun be left looking beautiful, but it'll be protected by an ultra-fine, almost imperceptible layer that doesn't even feel greasy to the touch. This layer not only provides an incredibly slick, almost Teflon-like film to keep your guns running perfectly, but also means you're far less likely to encounter issues of dirt and particles sticking to your parts as they would with lesser oil. That means no more premature wear, no more jamming, and no more need to run your guns dry in dusty environments. But Ferrum has another unique property that's perhaps the one we're most proud of, and that is the way it responds to water. Anyone who shoots is going to be familiar with the scenario. You're out on the range, out in the field, having a great day when the weather turns. The next thing you know, your favourite gun is soaking wet. You give it a wipe down with a rag, perhaps apply your old go-to oil and pop it in the cabinet, no doubt with the intention of giving it a thorough clean the next morning. Inevitably, life gets in the way. The next time you see that gun, you open the cabinet and what do you find? Rust. Ferrum is going to make that problem a thing of the past. Ferrum seeks out water and reacts with it immediately on contact. It doesn't float on water like other oils. Instead, it immediately emulsifies and encapsulates it, lifting it away from the surface of your gun. Ferrum can actually be applied directly to your wet gun, turning white wherever it finds water and nullifying its detrimental effects. Just spray it on, wipe it down, and spray it again for the ultimate in protection. Because of its unique molecular structure, the same structure that gives it its unmatched cleaning properties, Ferrum has another trick up its sleeve when it comes to protecting your gun. The surface of your rifle may look and even feel smooth, but an inspection under a microscope reveals it's actually covered in pits and troughs. That's not unusual, just a natural part of the metal's grain. The problem is that the molecular structure of traditional oil is just too big. It won't soak into these pits and troughs. Instead, it seals them over. The problem here is that if there's any moisture there, it's now trapped between your gun and the oil that's supposed to protect it. Ferrum's structure allows it to enter these imperfections, building up a protective layer in as little as 6 applications that will protect your gun for the years to come. But it gets better. Ferrum boasts all of these incredible properties whilst remaining entirely eco-friendly and achieving the highest certification in derma testing, meaning not only does Ferrum protect your gun, but also the environment and your hands as well. By now, hopefully you can see why we're so proud of Ferrum and why we really believe that not only will you love it as much as we do, but it actually will change the way you clean and protect your guns. Ferrum, for those who depend on their guns.